thing working? Just kidding. What? Yes, I'm making fun of myself. Welcome to NoobAquatics. It's Matthew. Thanks for coming back today. Today we are doing an unboxing from a gentleman here in Ohio. He sells wild bettas that are imported out of his basement, or at least that's what I've been told. He seems like a really nice guy. I met him through another contact that I know here at the cafe club here in Ohio. So we're going to take a look at how he packages his fish and what they look like when we pull them out of the box. So let's take a look. Thanks again. Remember, if you haven't already, to subscribe and like. And let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at this shipping and the fish. Okay. All right. So he took a UPS box and wrapped it in what looks like paper, maybe some extra insulation or something. That's neat. Or sorry, he took a USPS box. Oh, I see why he did it. So he took a USPS box, all right, wrapped it in paper so that he can ship it with UPS. That's unique. That's an easy way to do that. That way you can, get a bunch of free boxes from USPS, so hopefully they're not watching this video, and then you can ship their boxes with another carrier. Pretty cool. Easy way to get free boxes. And know the exact size of the box too. Alright, let's get this paper off here. Boy, it's on there good. Okay. So he mailed these out yesterday at 11 a.m. or somewhere close to that. From, what city was it again? From Youngstown. Oh my goodness, did you taste the bottom too? You did. Alright. There you go, Teddy. My dog doesn't like crinkly noises, so I threw that at him. Alright, let's get this open. Sealed 3 times here with tape. That's nice. These are a wild-caught pair of Unimaculata, I think that's how you say it, Mini Mahakams. Male and female pair. They're gonna go into a 20 highly planted 20 long. It is winter time, so we'll see what's on the inside here. Heat pack right here. All right. Still warm, really nice. Uses insulation, that's real good. That's funny. He used the same insulation that we use for shipping fish. Seems to be a common thing now. It helps keep the fish insulated and warm. So let's take a look to see. He's got them in separate bags here. I'm gonna have to rinse these off before I put them in the tank. Small bags. This is the male here. I'm gonna put this male right next to the heat pack. Don't fall off there. And this is the female. Nice. Both alive. Both double bagged. Make sure there's nothing else in here that he sent with it. I don't think he did. Okay. Boy, you put a lot of insulation in there. Okay. Yeah, that's the only downside to that insulation. It works really well, but very dusty. All right, I'll leave that in the box. get rid of later. Alright, I gotta go rinse these off before I put them in the tank. So pause that for me real quick. We have our male and female Unimac wild caught bettas. The female's got a tear in her tail, but that's, you know, expected. She probably did that during transport, as in the video it doesn't show the tear of the fish on the tail there, so most likely, like I said, happened during thrashing around. Male looks really good. Alright, let's get them acclimated to our water temperatures. Okay. I have to turn the light off here real quick. Ugh. Hands are wet. Will you hold those? I don't want to like electrocute myself here. Okay, that'll be good there. I'm gonna put them on this side. How they look? And yeah. Okay. There we go. We'll let them get settled in, and then I'll do the video of releasing them. So, all right, let's get these two beauties out of here. Oh. All right, so they have been acclimating for 30 minutes into the tank, so their temperature is up to good. Let me get my knife. All right, so now we need to get them in here. I have some Sea Chem Prime in here, and then I'm going to add some of my water into it so that they are getting used to my water. I'm going to do that for 20 minutes, and then after that, I will add them in to the tank. I'm going to release the female first. It doesn't get much water, but they do have a labyrinth lung, I believe. And I'm going to release the male. Alright, so we got them in there. Alright, now I need to get some water. I'm going to take this right here, which would be about the exact same amount of water they have in there, and I'm going to double their water with this tank water. Now, to ensure they don't jump out, because that is always a possibility, I'm going to cover the top with a plastic bag. Alright, so because these are wild caught, I want to make sure that they are used to my water parameters before I put them in there. So that is the reason why I doubled their water. Did 20 minutes on this one. The next one I'm going to pull another cup out and do 15 minutes, and then after that 15 minutes I'm going to put them in by taking a net, scooping them out. Yeah, so after that 20 minutes, after this 20 minutes, I'm going to take another cup of water. Alright, I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to set that for 15 minutes and then let them get used to the pH, the TDS, that type of thing, and then I'll put them into the tank. Stay tuned. Alright, so let's take a look at them while they're in there acclimating. There's the male right there, and the female's right here. Alright, they don't really have a lot of color right now. which is normal due to the transportation. But as you can see, they're really calm. That's a good thing. Alright, and I think they're going to enjoy and love their new home. Alright, this is their tank right here. This is where they're going to go. Now I still have a few things to add. Right now the TDS is really low, it's below 100. The pH is right about 7. I am going to add in a ton, not really a ton, I'm just going to add in a bunch of leaf litter over on this side over here, a bunch of leaf litter over here, and that will start turning the water black, or start turning the water technically a tea-colored brown. I don't want to add too much because I do want these plants to survive. I have noticed that if you add too much tannins to the water, then the plants will start to die off. So my goal is to add in just enough to turn the water brown and have the leaf litter in the bottom. And there's a bunch of snacks in there waiting for them. A bunch of shrimp that we put in there that are culls from our main tanks. Alright, so they've been sitting for the 20 minutes. Now I'm going to do the final stage here, and again, this is how I do it. First, whenever there's a pH and a TDS, or basically a water chemistry difference. Now I did put 4 drops of Seachem Prime in there, so any fluctuations to the nitrogen, the ammonia, anything like that has all been neutralized with the Seachem Prime. So now I'm going to take the very last cup, trying not to scare them, and pour water. And pour this water in there. Alright, so now they got a bunch more water. And they got a bunch of floating plants in there because we got duckweed in every single aquarium. I'm going to cover them up again because these guys like to jump. Alright, and then I'm going to set a 15-minute timer.
Okay, 15 minutes. Starting now.
Alright, after the 15-minute timer, we will net them using the magical net that just appears out of nowhere. And we'll scoop them up and get them into their new tank. Alright, so it is time to release these beauties into the water here. Now remember, these guys jump, so there's a chance they may try to jump out of this. So what I'm going to do ahead of time, I'm going to pull the lid off here ahead of time. And what I'm going to do is the dark side of the tank over here that I have turned off, I'm going to release them onto this side over here. Alright, so female first. At least that's the way I'm going to do it. Make sure the soft side is in the tank. Alright, she's now in the tank there. She's looking around like, what is this place? Okay. Now let's get the male. Okay, we got the male. I'm going to scoop my hand underneath to make him feel a little bit more comfortable and relaxed. Alright, so let's get this back on before they decide to try to jump out. Alright, since she decided to go over there, I'm going to turn that light off too. I'm going to set an hour timer. I'm going to set an hour timer for the lights to be off. Alright, and then I'll turn them back on after that.
Alright, 1 hour. Starting now.
Alright, well that is the unboxing here from the gentleman here in Ohio that sells bettas out of his basement. These two are beautiful. Let's let them get settled in to the tank, and then I'll do a video on them later, as they are now a new addition to our breeding program. So let's hope that they enjoy their new living conditions and have a wonderful time in their tanks. Alright, well thank you so much for coming to NoobAquatics. You have a wonderful day, and don't forget to subscribe and like. See you next time.